Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chris Lindsay, aka the Fairy Fro Mother. Today I'm going to be talking to you about length retention's biggest enemy. I'm talking about stress and anxiety. Stress and anxiety can contribute to hair loss or hinder natural hair growth. You may be asking, how though? High stress levels may disrupt the normal hair growth cycle, leading to increased shedding or a delay in the hair growth phase. In my last video, I spoke about why you aren't retaining length, and one of the things that I talked about was the different hair growth phases. You may want to go watch that video. Now, there is the hormonal impact aspect of this whole thing, where stress triggers the release of cortisol, which is a hormone associated with the body's fight or flight response. Now, the effect of stress and anxiety is unsung in this whole natural hair journey thing, because you see people doing so much, but because of stress and anxiety, they are not seeing results. Now, elevated cortisol levels can interfere with hormone balance, including those related to hair growth. Another thing to note is that severe stress can induce a condition called telogen effluvium, where a significant number of hair follicles enter the resting phase prematurely, leading to increased hair shedding. Remember, when I talked about the telogen phase in my last video, I stated that in this phase, hair follicles enter the resting phase and no further growth occurs. Then they are released from the hair shaft as shed hairs. What is happening with telogen effluvium is that these follicles enter this phase before their time, before they are supposed to enter that phase. Meaning that it's not time yet for those follicles to be in that phase, but hey, they are in the telogen phase already due to severe stress, which leads to excessive shedding. Now, if you have learned your hair and you know what your normal shedding is like, you definitely know the moment you start experiencing excessive shedding, so that you can quickly go back to the drawing board, ask yourself questions to see what went wrong and how you can fix it. Because as long as stress and anxiety is concerned, only you can fix it. Only you know your lifestyle, only you know your activities, only you know what you're going through, so only you can devise a better means to fix it. Then there is the part where stress can affect nutrient absorption and utilization in the body, impacting the availability of essential nutrients for hair growth, such as vitamins and minerals. Now, you are eating and drinking right. At least you are trying. But is your body able to absorb and use up these nutrients properly? I've heard people say, I eat right, but my hair isn't growing. I've been at the same length for so long, my hair keeps breaking. Truth is, some of what we think is breakage is actually shedding. So we need to make certain changes, even in our lifestyle, to be able to have a certain level of control over these factors that affect hair growth. I mean, the world right now is what it is. How many people are not stressed, right? But myself, for example, I know when my stress, um, I know when I'm stressed or anxious about one thing or the other. So I immediately try to remain consistent with my relaxation techniques and keep doing things that help me calm my nerves, so that the stress level doesn't go way up to the extent of affecting hair growth cycle. So for a period of time, I keep my shed hairs so that I can compare them, to see if it's normal, because I know what my normal is as regards to shed hairs. So if it starts to normalize again, I will know. I do this because I am doing all that I need to do for my hair and I'm consistent with my routine. Okay? So don't go comparing shed hairs if you are not consistent with your routine. It will only confuse you. All right? So the essence of being consistent is so that you can know what your normal is. And when you start doing these comparisons, you know when it's off the charts and you know when it's normal again. Okay? So chronic stress can also contribute to inflammation in the body, including the scalp. Inflammatory conditions may disrupt the normal functioning of hair, you know, disrupt the normal functioning of your hair follicles and impede hair growth. You don't want your scalp inflamed. Extreme anxiety can also lead to compulsive behaviors like hair pulling. Okay, there are people who just pull at their hairs even without them knowing it, causing damage to the hair follicles and inhibiting healthy hair growth. I can say that this is hands in hair syndrome, but on another level. Did you know that you can unconsciously pull at your hair to the extent of damaging your hair follicles? There are people that are going through that and it's not intentional. You don't have to let it get to that level, please. One more thing that stress does is it affects the system in such a way that it constricts blood vessels, potentially reducing blood flow to the scalp. So adequate blood circulation is crucial to delivering nutrients to the hair follicles. So once the blood supply is limited, it will affect hair growth. So it's important for people, whether you have this issue or not, just try to do this inverted method where you bend over. I've done a video showing how I relieve myself of stress sometimes. Okay, these things are important. This is the best time to do that inversion method, to exercise and to get the blood pumping. These ways increase blood flow to the scalp and is very necessary. Your scalp needs the blood supply for your hair to grow normally. What stress does is it impacts on daily habits. During stressful periods, individuals may neglect proper self-care. They are not able to have their healthy diet, or even though they would want to, their regular hair care routines are neglected, further affecting overall health of the hair. And I get it. Going through those times aren't easy. But again, if you can control these stressful times and you are particular about retaining length, then not everyone is interested in retaining length. Yeah. So if you can control these levels of stress, it will help you a great deal. Psychological impact. The emotional toll of stress and anxiety can contribute to a negative self-perception, potentially intensifying concerns about hair loss and creating a cycle of stress that further impacts hair health. Managing stress through relaxation techniques, lifestyle changes, and seeking support when needed can play a crucial role in mitigating these effects on hair growth. People are trying, people are trying to do the best for their hairs, but when stress and anxiety kicks in, it changes the entire situation without people knowing. Stress and anxiety, I'm saying it again, is one of the biggest issues affecting length retention. People are losing hairs. People are facing hair loss issues. And it's not even as if they are not trying. It's just how stressed they are. And I understand completely. The world is what it is. But again, if you really want to retain length, then you will try several relaxation techniques for yourself, for your own good, so that you can be able to manage these situations and manage how this stress and anxiety affects your hair health. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends and family so that they too can learn what to look out for, things to be mindful of, and how to nurture and grow out their natural hairs. If you are not subscribed yet, please do so. And I'll see you on my next one. Bye-bye.